Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Pokemon cards. We're having fights. We're having fist fights and brawls over Pokemon cards at Costco. Is that what's going on?
Yeah. They're like videos of the people fighting over it because they weren't limiting them. I think they're limiting them now at places, but they weren't initially. And people were like, one guy fell down and they were pulling stuff out of his hands.
Oh my God. So we're gonna talk about this. This is like, I'm just like, what year is it? But then I remember during the pandemic, we had a lot of people fighting over Pokemon cards too. So it's like, it's never stopped being popular. It's so weird. Like, I don't know anyone who collects Pokemon cards who actually knows how to play the game, but people collect them. And our son collects them.
He does, just recently.
But I don't think he knows how to play the game. So I don't think they care. They're just trying to resell them. We're going to talk about it. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, you get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
Go out to clownfishminus.com and help support the Reef and buy some merchandise and support the Plus Club and all that stuff. We do not have Pokemon cards to give you. I am very sorry.
No.
But we are working on a few games that include cards. There may or may not be monsters, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, just before we get into the drama here, we'll just talk about the fact that they are coming to McDonald's, and I hope we don't have fights at McDonald's.
It's possible though. Watch for the videos tomorrow because I'll be all over Twitter. Sorry, X.
January 21st through February 24th.
They won't make it to February 24th.
No,
they don't go out the back door first, because I remember last time they did a McDonald's tie-in card, people were upset because they said a lot of them were going out the back door. People weren't able to get them. I
can believe it. So my cousin actually worked at Burger King when they did the original like Pokemon a tie-in promotion thing, like way back. We're talking like late 90s. And I think he wound up with the display. I think he actually got the display unit that had all the Pokemon, there were little figurines or whatever. Mm-hmm. And that thing's probably worth a fortune now.
If he still has it.
If he still has it. I don't think he still has it. But anyway, let's talk about this, and we're going to watch that video. This comes from TMZ. Chaos over Pokemon cards. Got to catch these hands. Oh my God. Chaos at an LA Costco. So we've got, so LA's burning down and these guys are fighting over Pokemon cards.
Yeah, it wasn't just LA though. I mean, it was across the board, different places. People were seeing this. Now, I know the one, they did put limits on it, like 2 per customer, because it was, it was insane. There ran people with cards. Like I said, the one guy, I don't know if it was here or another location, fell down carrying a few boxes. People weren't helping him up. They were grabbing the boxes out of his hands as he's on the ground like a turtle on his back, and then they couldn't get up, and they were just like grabbing all the stuff out of his hands, leaving him there.
We'll watch that video here in a minute.
Oh, you have that one?
Yeah, I do have it. All right, let's watch this. This is coming from Steelo and Cree, and you repost it. Watching a person fall to the ground and your automatic response being trying to take as many as you can. Let's see what's going on here.
Just like that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's not very nice. That's not very nice.
No, but this is what we're seeing. And people were like having carts, and they were like picking up full pallets and just throwing them in the cart and everything else. And it was crazy because they're talking about these sets, which are going from $120 to $150 online, and they're sold for $60.
Yeah, well, I mean, this has been going on for years though. And a lot of I would say game shops, a lot of them are going to Walmarts and Targets and picking up Pokemon cards to sell. Same with Magic. They do the same thing. And it's just, it's not a good situation. But then they complain if the cards were a lot more common, right? Mm-hmm. They started reprinting.
Well, that's what happened. Like Lacana or whatever they call it. They were mad because the first box set, the first series was, people bought them up and took them all. So they reprinted them. And people were mad because they were identical. They didn't make much of a change to them, so you couldn't tell which ones were first edition and which ones weren't. And it kind of devalued everything, but people were hoarding them.
They said this is like the Stanley Cup craze.
Oh, yeah, where they're hitting each other with Stanley Cups, yes.
Yeah. So let's see here. Yeah, 151 doesn't include any really big hitters, like really expensive cards. What's that all about? I don't get it. People are buying this product for like double the MSRP for some reason. Supply and demand. People willing to pay double for the set. It's not the same as the other sets. People can still go buy Shrouded, Fable, MSRP, but rather pay double for this for a reason. I don't know. So I blame Costco as much as I blame the people in these videos. If they wanted to keep it calmer, and there's always going to be upset people, keep the stock behind customer service or at the back room door, hand out however many you think you're limiting to each shopper, and that's it. Problem solved.
Yeah, and they should know by now that this kind of stuff's going to end up with like the wild horde, so you should be limiting it.
Yeah, but like you said, a lot of times this kind of stuff, it goes out the back door. And I think a lot of the, I know Walmarts and Targets, they have friends who will come in and buy stuff, and they'll tell them, "Hey, we just got a shipment or whatever, and I'm gonna put it out at 8:00, so you better be here at 8:00." That's when all the new stuff's going out, because we used to do the toy thing. We used to do toys.
I was gonna say my sister used to work at a place that had the Beanie Babies back when the craze was going on, and people would line up and they'd bring, like, even if it was limited to one per customer, they'd bring their kids and all their family members each buy one. Then the parents would literally rip it away from the kids, and then the kids would be crying, and they'd be ripping it away from them because they're going to go sell it on the internet. And it was just, she used to be so upset by that. But I know, like, when they did the Sanrio cards for Animal Crossing, that they were going out the back door, and people were upset about that they had, like, that they were Target or something, and people were getting them out the back door Target.
Oh, yeah. Well, thankfully we had a viewer send you,
thank you,
some of the cards, and but yeah, they were going out the back door. There are some waves, I know, again, when we used to do toys, and we still collect figures now, but there's some waves of toys that I have never seen in the wild because I think they go out the back door. I mean, it is kind of how it is. This person here, though, says, as someone who's worked in retail in stores similar to Costco, I wouldn't be surprised if they straight up didn't know or think it would get this bad.
They probably didn't think it would get this bad.
Probably not, because they're probably thinking they're grown ass. Oh, look at all those grown men, right? There's
We've done this before with Pokemon cards, because remember, like, different stores, like Walmart and them, they were keeping them behind the counter because the fights that are breaking out. Now, luckily, our Walmart, because it's kind of the one we go to, there's one we go to that it's kind of out there, so people don't go to it. So you're actually able to find them. Yeah. Where a lot of the ones that are the bigger area, you can't.
Yeah. So yeah, just kind of expect the worst for this kind of stuff. I mean, honestly, they should. I think the manufacturer should put a note in the box or with the shipment or whatever and say, hey, just so you know, grown ass men are going to beat each other up for these cards. So you might want to take some precautions at your store to make sure this isn't going to happen. But
and forget it if you just want one for your kid. Oh, hey, you remember that time when we went to Toys R Us and we heard about the situation? What was it? What was the game system that was out?
It was a Wii.
No.
Oh, was it the DS?
Was it the DS or whatever? And there was a whole issue because this woman walked in. And no, it was Walmart. It was a Walmart, and the person at Toys R Us told us
Black Friday. It was like
Black Friday or something. They were having a special on it. She walked in with her cart, put all of them in her cart, and then we're charging people $20 to get one out of the cart to buy for the deal. And then one person grabbed one out of her cart because what she was doing should have been, banned. That's not, And then he got in trouble for taking something out of her cart.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Even though she did was absolute crap. And she was charged people like $10-$20 just to reach in and grab one.
Oh, I've seen people do that. And I notice now, like with the Black Friday, I mean, not that Black Friday deals are that good anyway, but I've noticed that they put the pallets in different places and they don't really tell people where they're going to put them. It's like, well,
they aren't really good deals though. I mean, honestly,
no, not like it used to be. It used to be a thing. Like it used to actually be worth getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
A lot of times the quality isn't as good. Like you might get a better deal on it, but it's because it's second rate quality. So it's not worth it. But this is insane. I mean, we talked about this not that long ago. I know we did another video similar. I guess it was maybe a year or two ago.
It was a year or two ago.
But this is just like, it's just getting worse and worse. But the guy falls down. They literally are pulling the stuff out of his hands while he's on the ground. It's just, why don't you kick him while he's down there? I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Yeah, pretty much.
Dropping your rings, right? And they would. I mean, I remember the Star Wars toy scalpers back in the day. The Power of the Force figures are worthless now. People were fighting over those. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yes.
Stay safe out there, guys. If you go to McDonald's, wear a helmet or something. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the subtitles on this, and I'm just like,
those are not
I don't
accurate.
think that's what it said. Because we're talking about effing in a bed.
Oh hell no, never mind. Just like that.
Yeah, effable. My property is.
Property.
And then it says about in their bed. Keep going. Just hit play again.
Fuckable, my property is.
And then it says something like able in my bed.
You
can't blame
Who are
me.
they eating?
I know.
Who are they eating? Fuckable, my property is.
In my bed.
In my bed? Oh God, that's an OnlyFans. That's it's just sad.
That's
But a lot of these people.
Pony fans.
OnlyFans. Oh, that's probably a thing. That's gonna be like a Power World mod or
Gotta
something.
pound them all.
They got Power World cards. I think they have Power World cards coming out soon, so that'll be another thing Nintendo.
I just don't think people
tries
care
to
about it
over.
as much as they care about Pokemon. Sorry.
There we go. So we gotta wrap it up. Let's wrap
Yep.
it up. All right. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.